Hi, I'm Pixel. Usually I make videos about manga, well, not really manga, anime. I used to do Pokemon, but I don't really do that much more. Still love Pokemon, but this video I feel has been long overdue. Um, as you know, today is May 2nd. As of recording this, probably gonna be the same day when I post it because I'm not editing this. I want this to be true. But May is, Mental Health Month. And I decided, you know what? As someone who struggled with mental health, depression, and suicidal thoughts, I feel like I should give a story, my life story, and try and help those struggling who think they're all alone. Alright. And we're gonna do this outside because I feel like the best way to relieve stress is just to go outside, absorb the sun, feel nature, listen to the birds chirp. You know, I love nature. I wish I could be out more. Um, let's start. Um, I'm gonna talk about my personal experiences. If you can relate, that's great. And I'll give you some advice later at the end of the video. So hopefully you stick around. It's fine if you don't, because, everyone's got their own things to do. My journey with depression started, I want to say, around COVID. I think 2020, I think, is when it started. I don't know the exact reason for why it started. Probably because I really didn't have any friends. I kind of don't really have any friends right now. I got like a few, and then a few online. And to all my friends, shout out to you. Thank you for staying with me and dealing with my stuff. Um, but yeah, 2020. Didn't really have any friends. I had this one friend. I really miss him. He's not dead. Don't worry. No, he's not dead. He just moved away, and I can never really talk to him again. Um, Maybe the next time I can speak to him probably in 2 years when I graduate. Um, but yeah, 2020 is when my depression started. I felt all alone. I just hated myself. I thought no one cared for me. It didn't help that I think 2020 was when I was in 5th grade. I think. And my 5th grade teacher sucked. People say she's nice, but not to my class. For some reason, she just hated my class. She blamed us for everything, and me in particular, she did not like. I got all my work done, and she said, you can't go outside till you get all your work done, because I was missing a few assignments. So I turned in all my work, and I go outside. She's like, yo, get over here. You can't, why are you outside? They said, finish your work. I said, but I did finish my work. She's like, no, go back inside. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. So I decided, you know what? If I can't go outside and I finished all my work, might as well play games on the computer, because what else am I meant to do? I'm in 5th grade. I don't really got much to do. And, you know, so I just, everyone comes in, finds me on my computer, gets mad at me. I think that's the only time I've been in trouble within school. I think that's also probably the reason why I just, do nothing. I get my work done and just sit there. And I don't really, I'm not really that outgoing. But yeah, that's when my depression started. I don't think it was for that reason, but it was around that time that it started. Um, Also the fact that I've had, ever since 2018, I've had family issues. So I still have family issues to this day. Now, I don't want to talk about those because that's really personal stuff. I don't think, I need to talk about that. Crunchy leaf. Fast forward to the most next major point within my depression, I'd probably say would be 2022. It's probably when I would say my most recent, not most recent, but the next major point in my depression started, because that's the year where I became suicidal. Like I've never, I've constantly during that year thought, I just want to myself. I just want to unalive myself. I feel like the world would be better without me. just, I don't know what it is, just the sweet relief of not being a burden to anyone anymore. Because I feel like every time I go to talk to someone, they're, I'm being a burden and I'm, being annoying to them, and all this, the normal like suicidal thoughts, like no one wants me here, everyone hates me, I don't like anyone because they clearly will hate me if I do something stupid, all that stuff. Is what I was thinking. So that's when my suicidal stuff started. Fast forward, all that, more family issues, it got more severe, stuff like that. 2023 is when I was at my peak of my suicidal thoughts, and honestly, I thought about actually doing it. The closest I ever got to it was grabbing a knife and pointing the sharp part at me. I never did anything with it. I just stared at the sharp part like, this could be my moment to do it, and I don't think anyone would care. Sorry about that. I ran out of storage. As I was saying, pointed the blade at myself, and I generally thought about doing it. I didn't. I put it back, and I pretended like that never happened. But that was the peak. After I found something to help me cope with it, I stopped. The suicidal thoughts stopped. Everything stopped. For the most part. Once in a while, I'll still have them because, that stuff doesn't go away in an instant. Oh, it's gone. Woo. No, it doesn't go away in an instant. It takes a very long time and process of healing. So, once a month, I might think to myself, oh, I hate this. And usually I will think to myself, I hate myself, but never the suicidal thoughts. That's like once every 3 months, I would say. But what I found to help me cope with that is what my channel is based off of. Anime. I had Pokemon, which was, helping me a little bit through the times, but anime was what really, gave me, purpose. Something I really enjoyed. And honestly, people call me a new gen and think I found it off TikTok or whatever during COVID. No, I just randomly found it because Netflix recommended me it. Funny enough, I just got done watching Ninjago. Most recent part of Ninjago. And, it was very, very late 2023. I think November or December. I just got done watching the latest season of Ninjago because I wanted to catch up because I love Ninjago. Peak. And I found Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer was my first ever anime. And that's why I love Demon Slayer. Is the story basic? Sure. Is it cared about animation? Maybe. I don't think so. But again, Demon Slayer is what saved my life. It's what made me stop thinking the suicidal thoughts. Because when I watched that first episode and I saw Tanjiro witness his entire family dead and his sister struggling and becoming a demon, I realized, what am I doing? People have it so much worse than me. There are people that actually go through this in real life. So why should I be deserving to end my life when there's people like this? And I felt really selfish. So I didn't do it. That's what made me stop. Is it a weird reason? Absolutely, yes. But that's what got me to stop. And yeah. I don't know what else to do. Oh yeah, advice. If you struggle with depression, like me, and struggle with suicidal thoughts, let me ask you this. Do you want to unalive yourself because you feel like a burden? Because if that's the answer, unaliving yourself will be more of a burden. People will suffer. And I know you've heard this speech 100 times. Oh, people actually care about you, but you don't feel that way. You don't feel like people care about you. But they do. You just need to find the right one. Whether that'll take a month, a year, 10 years, you will find the person that loves you. And you will find at least one person that cares for you. There will be that day where you meet someone. You just have to keep waiting for that day. And unaliving yourself right now will cause so much pain and misery to other people that you know. It'd be more of a burden for you to unalive yourself because your life matters, and it would put other people that you think, or other people you care about, you would put them through a bunch of emotional pain with losing you. So don't do it. Don't do it. No matter what, don't do it. I'm telling you, as a thinker of suicidal thoughts, don't do it. It's not worth it. Because what's the point? What, like, legitimately, what's the point? Like, making other people suffer? That's not gonna work. Um, just find something that you will love. Find something that'll help you cope with it and slowly let you heal over time. Or find a person. Or just think. Because even to this day, I still think that people hate me. I still think that if I see one of my friends in a group with other people I don't really talk to, I stay away from them because I feel like I'll interrupt the conversation. So I understand what some of you are going through, but it's still not worth it. I would talk for longer, but my phone's about to run out of storage again. I don't know why, but yeah. I pray to everyone that struggles with this. Have a wonderful rest of the year and stay safe. Bye.